Happy day, students. I hope you are all fit and fine. I welcome you all to another interesting session of Class 8 English, Prose, Chapter 2, The Narayanpur Incident. When we hear this topic, we can really connect it to an incident which would have happened in a place called Narayanpur. This story is written by Shashi Deshpande. You can look at the picture on the screen now. She is Mrs. Shashi Deshpande. She was born in 1938 and is an Indian novelist. She is a recipient of Sahitya Academy Award. She published her first collection of short stories in 1978 and the first novel, The Dark Holds No Terror. Her novel Shadow Play was shortlisted for the Hindu Literary Prize in 2014. She has written 4 children's books, a number of short stories, and 9 novels, besides several perspective essays available in a volume titled Writing from the Margin and Other Essays. The characters in this story are Babu, Manju, Mohan, Amma their mother, Suman, Inspector Patil. Introduction. This story is set in the pre-independence period. On 8th August 1942, Gandhiji and prominent leaders were put in jail. The characters, Manju and Babu, suddenly find themselves a part of the larger protest. Their school closed down and their father is put behind bars. Introduction. Their daring brother Mohan goes underground and the rest of the family moves to Narayanpur. So here they are trying to say that this story is based in the pre-independence period where the prominent leaders, the freedom fighters, are put behind bars for probably the protest against the British rule. So in such case, in a place called Narayanpur, you have these characters Babu and Manju who really find themselves amidst of all the protests that were going on. Their elder brother Mohan, he goes underground. Underground is going hiding. When you go into hiding to, protect yourself from something, that's called as underground. And the rest of the family, that is his mother and Babu and Manju, his siblings, moved to Narayanpur, a sleepy village seemingly untouched by the turbulence in the country. Turbulence is the situation that was really imbalanced in the country at that point because their father is also put behind the bars with other leaders. Narayanpur is seething within, and it comes to a head when a group of children dared to confront the police. So, this is the introduction to the story. Now, if you see the plot, it was set in 1942 during the pre independence movement. So, the theme of the story is patriotism, and the plot revolves around the different characters who demonstrate their love for the country. You can see the protest on here. So, this is set for the people who actually demonstrate their love for our country. The first major group is Indian students who are participating in a rally. You can see here. And all prominent leaders are put behind the bar for the protest against the British rule. Now, this set of students who are marching and who have a procession, here you can look at the picture. They are highly disciplined students who follow Gandhiji's method of non-violent protest to show their love for the country. So here you can see this audience who are watching the procession, and if you look here, you have Babu and Manju who are also a part of the procession of the audience who are looking at the protest. So you can see the students here marching, having police on their sides also as in the front, but they are following the method of non-violence which Gandhiji had started, and they want to follow it. Among them is Mohan, the head of the procession, who is also wearing a khadi uniform and holding poster of Gandhiji. You can see here the poster of Gandhiji. Okay, he could be one of the Indian leaders. He takes the responsibility of what was considered a dangerous subversion activity, making and distributing copies of Gandhiji's speech to incite the country against foreign rule. So he was the one who was responsible to taking copies of Gandhiji's speech. Now during those days when a leader would come up with a speech, it was very wrong for anybody to make copies of it and distribute it. It's not as easy as we see today that you can just take photocopies or take printouts and just distribute it. It was not like that. Printers were not available at that time. Neither were the Xerox machines. So there was something called as a cyclostyling machine, which we will see further in the lesson. So Mohan was responsible to take copies of Gandhiji's speech and give it. So Mohan receives immense support from his mother because his mother also shows his mother is also very patriotic, who wants to shows her love for the country. So she also supports him a lot. She allows him to carry on with his secret project of printing and distributing the speeches of Gandhiji. She is very practical minded, that is, she thinks very practically and suggests that Mohan and his team should work together to spread this message of Gandhiji. Now, coming back to this procession, you can see the students are marching without even showing that they are marching with the police around, and they are not shouting any slogans, neither are they screaming anything, because they wanted to just meet the DSP and hand over a letter to the DSP. So here you can see they are waiting for the DSP at the collector's office, and they are just following Gandhiji's rule of non-violence. Though the police were waiting for them to be charged, they don't do anything that would make them go behind the bars. So once they meet the DSP at the collector's office, they hand over a letter and march back peacefully the way they had come. Manju and Babu were really dejected because they expected some drama during the procession. That night, when they asked Mohan about it, Mohan tells them that we had planned it in this way because we very well knew that if we are going to make any kind of agitation, the police will put us behind the bar. And if everybody goes behind the bar, that is into the jail, who will take care of these activities? So he makes them understand why it was a silent procession. That night, Mohan, his friends, come with a cyclostyling machine at home. You can see the picture of cyclostyling machine where you can make copies of whatever you need that can be distributed. So Mohan tells Babu that as we are working inside, keep an eye on the door and please let us know if somebody comes to our place. So Mohan asks him to sit outside the house and to keep a vigil on the surroundings. So Babu is sitting there just trying to look if somebody comes. He suddenly sees a policeman at their door. So he runs inside and informs Mohan that there is a policeman at our gate. Immediately you hear a noise, knock, knock. So all are now excited and are a bit scared to know who it is. The inspector who comes inside introduces himself as Inspector Patil. He asks his Mohan's mother as to where is the cyclostyling machine, and he heard his own officials ask, discussing among themselves that there is going to be a raid at their house at night because they believe that you are making copies of Gandhiji's speech. So when he asks for the cyclostyling machine, Amma immediately says it's inside. Mohan gets very agitated with Amma and says, how can you trust a policeman? At that time, the policeman tells Mohan, this country is mine as it is yours, and I am also your father's classmate. I have come here to save you from the problem that you would face later night. So better you hand over everything to me. Amma then tells Mohan to hand over the cyclostyling machine and also asks his friend Suman and the other accomplice to leave the place because she believed and had trust in the policeman. She did believe Inspector Patil that he was there to help them out. So she asked them to leave the place. After they leave the place, the house is very silent and Amma asks all of them to go to sleep. After some time, there is another knock on the door. So this time, Mohan can clearly guess that it's a policeman who have come there to raid their house. But this time, they were very happy as there was nothing that the police would get from their place. Thank you, children. Thank you for your patience. So this is the summary and plot of the lesson, the Narayanpur incident. I hope you have understood this lesson very well and we have understood the characters which are shown in this lesson. As you read the lesson, you will understand the character of Babu, Manju, Mohan, Suman, their mother, Inspector Patil. We can see from this lesson that there were very good policemen at that point also who were working for the British rule but who also helped us from their heart. Thank you, students. Thank you for your patience.